Good afternoon. Welcome to Moments with the Monsignor. I'm back here in a corner of historic St. Patrick's that many people may never have seen if they come in the back doors of the church and like those pews back there. I'm standing next to an image of Our Lady of Lourdes. This particular image is like much of what we see here in our church, something that we have brought in from outside. This was the outdoor grotto statue at Holy Rosary Parish. We rescued it there shortly before the property was sold in order to make sure that it would stay in the church. Our goal with this particular image and with Bernadette, who's over behind the house, is to put them together in a new grotto located over on our property down by Michigan and Avondale Avenues, so that she'll be back outside and back where people can admire and see her. The Lady of Lourdes is an interesting apparition of Our Lady. Little Bernadette was out gathering firewood in a forbidden area. As a matter of fact, it was the tubercular dump. And obviously, being a sickly young girl, she certainly should never have been there. But she saw this lady, and the lady said, I'd like to have a shrine built here. And that's one of the ways you can always tell it's a legitimate apparition of Mary. She wants a shrine, honoring her son, not honoring her, honoring her son. Well, Bernadette rushes off, talks to the priest. The priest just says, oh no, she's having visions and hallucinations. And Mary keeps appearing, and eventually the priest says, well, find out what the name of the lady is. And so Bernadette goes and says, the priest wants to know who you are. And she says, I am the Immaculate Conception. Interesting, because the church had just a year or two before that declared the Immaculate Conception to be ineffable truth, something that we must believe as Roman Catholics, that Mary was conceived without sin, which makes sense. You know, that's common sense. If she's going to be the mother of Jesus Christ, the perfect one, would it not be appropriate for the perfect one to favor her by making her sinless and as almost as perfect as he, so that in her womb he does not experience the effects of original sin? The shrine is a marvelous place. I was a volunteer there for some time. I would go over with Americans who needed intercession, needed a miracle, needed a cure. And the baths are what's famous at Lourdes. It's ice cold spring water. And everyone says that when the miracles happen, the water will feel hot to the person who's experiencing the miracle. I've never experienced one. When I was in the water, it was always icy cold. However, I saw many miracles at Lourdes. Most of them occurred during the procession of Mary's son from the shrine of the Blessed Sacrament, where the Blessed Sacrament is on exhibit, if you will, exposition, 24 hours a day. But there's this big procession that goes past the sick. And as it passes the sick and they're praying for that cure, it's the power of Jesus Christ. We recognize him in the breaking of the bread. And in the bread, we recognize most of the miracles that happen at Lourdes. I've seen many. There are only a few that are documented, because in order to substantiate a proven miracle, the patient would have to come back for many years in a row to be tested, reviewed, make sure that it was really something that was incurable that's now cured. And the people who go to Lourdes can't afford that. It's not the rich who go to Lourdes. They can go to the Mayo Clinic. The poor are the ones who go there. It's a fantastic place. I hope many of you who are watching have an opportunity to go to the sanctuary at Lourdes. It's a peaceful, tranquil, wonderful place. But I will end by telling you the most important message that Mary gave, and the one that the church believes is the ultimate proof of a valid apparition. Mary loves her son. She'll say that. She wants us to love her son. She'll say that. But she will always, somewhere in that piece, remind us to do penance. Good acts of kindness, compassion, and mercy that allow us to be the good people who God wants us to be. So when you start your tour at Lourdes, you'll see the little map of the city, and just above it are those famous words, penance, penance, penance. Do something nice for somebody today. Do something compassionate for someone. Do something prayerful, and ask Mary, with you, to intercede to God for those miracles that can still be happening. Thanks for watching.